And speaking of off target, Target is off target.
Yeah, they've had a rough quarter for sure.
And we got to take a look at this. Oof. 26 consecutive quarters where sales grew or stayed the same. So Target was there, a little bit of a rebrand, things that were going on, not rebrand, more of a reposition, slightly more upscale, and doing a pretty good job of it. And then.
Yep, no, absolutely. I mean, 26 consecutive quarters, and then you see it's down, sales slumped down 5% year over year in 2023 Q2, and they're down almost 30% since the peak of Q4 2020. So it's been a rough few years, and obviously a lot of people are upset about what they've been doing with the way they've been pushing certain of those more woke clothing and stuff like that with the whole Pride Month, which is in many ways what kicked it off. But we see here too, before they had a few slumps, whether it's Q4 2013 when there was a data breach, and then in 2016 when they had a couple of years, but then they reinvested money back into the business. They worked on improving the stores, which kind of stabilized and was able to take it off here with capitalizing on the COVID bonanza. I mean, I remember going into Target and there were all empty shelves, so that definitely is good for their bottom line on that end. But they've definitely woken up to this situation right here.
Well, I think you also have to look at what happened in Q2. So we live in a diverse world.
Yep.
There are same-sex couples that have babies, have surrogates that have their babies or adopt, and they have families. And they go into Target for diapers, clothing, and all the thing, what have you. And serving a diverse market in America, a diverse audience in America that happens to be diverse by lifestyle, is not the same trying to over-cater to a single, highly volatile, radioactive element in that audience, where everybody, including many same-sex couples, were like, hey, you haven't, this is no longer pride, this isn't pride, this is lunacy. Mm-hmm. What you're talking about here is, people call it trans, other people call it cross-dressing. I'm just quoting what the media has said. And there's a lot of people that are in the same-sex community that will say, this is cross-dressing. There is no sex change, it's just cross-dressing. They haven't taken hormones, they haven't had surgery, they're just cross-dressing. From a swimmer that was disqualified, he can't swim in the Olympics, because he says, you ain't really a girl, dude. That thing hanging down, that's not a girl part. And so he can't swim in, talking about,
yep.
Who,
yep.
Who won the Ivy League championship and now can't swim in the Olympics. So they said, time out. Saying you identify as female is different from actually becoming female. You didn't become female, you just said you felt female, you had emotions female, you were identifying female, and you got in the water as a man and you kicked their ass. Mm-hmm. And so that is what caught Target out, is they thought, I think, that they were, catering to maybe, the trans community, kinder, gentler trans community inside of the same-sex, market. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing blew up because it's like, no, there's an undercurrent that said, women in this country were, being deprived and things were being lost. And right in the middle of that, they made the wrong decision and they just paid for it.
Yep.
In a big way. So Target, off Target. It didn't have to be that way. They have a tremendous amount of people in their stores of all kinds of lifestyles, and you tried to over-cater to one, and you just, as they said, you walked out in the backyard and you stepped in it, mm-hmm. and more than once, and then you fell and you did a face plant in it. So good luck to you.